Okay, I'm still setting up, so I'm going to put this in here for a minute. Just the intro. Give me a second. It'll help if I share the damn screen first, wouldn't it? Hey, SJD. Let this run for a second. I'll be right with you guys. Oh, I got lost on the way to you in an orange sky by the ocean blue. Every mile lost, my soul renewed, taken by the sunrise and the golden view. Walking slowly in the mountains underneath the constellations. Yeah, I know that you've been waiting for me. Time is losing all its meaning, like I'm living in a dream, and I've been chasing all the feelings I need. It's in these moments with words unspoken, my eyes wide open, life tastes so sweet. It's in these moments where all I know is coming into focus, and now I see. It's in these moments. It's in these moments. Oh, I know that you've been waiting. It's in these moments. Oh, I got lost on a winding road in the dark of night with the stars aglow. Heaven's up above, got me below as I head to you like the river flows. Walking slowly in the mountains underneath the constellations. Yeah, I know that you've been waiting for me. Time is losing all its meaning, like I'm living in a dream, and I've been chasing all the feelings I need. It's in these moments with words unspoken, my eyes wide open, life tastes so sweet. It's in these moments where all I know is coming into focus, and now I see. It's in these moments. It's in these moments. It's in these moments. It's in these moments. Okay. Hey guys, American Amy here. I hope you're doing okay, guys. I'm okay. I wanted to show you all this thing. I found our audit. The audit had covered the case we did about the guy that was falsely arrested at Walmart. And I thought we would look at that real quick. I do know his charge was dismissed. I don't know. I guess maybe he's trying to out. Excuse me. And so we're going to look at that real quick. So let me share that with you guys. How y'all doing? Let me speak to everybody real quick. SJD News, Jenny, Rob, Fur, GG1, Ms. Bees. Good to see you guys. Good to see all you. Yeah, don't be a Cody. Shane Canadian. Good to see you. Unindoctrinated. Did I miss anybody? Joe Black. Okay, yeah. So let's see what audit says about this. And because I don't know. I know the case was dropped, but we're gonna watch this. So let me just share the screen with us. Says he's suing. Hey, Marcia. Lori. Hey, Dr. Sean. Okay, here we go.
YouTube is the #1 site for millions of creators online. But as more people flood to the platform, it's getting harder for your content to stand out from the crowd. That's where Sprizzy can help.
Welcome to Audit the Audit, where we sort out the who and what and the right and wrong of police interactions. This episode covers trespassing, the state action doctrine, and mistaken identities, and is brought to us by Tony Effin Wynn's channel. Be sure to check out the description below and give them the credit that they deserve. On November 27th, 2022, Tony Knock Wynn and his girlfriend Lauren Caldwell were shopping at a Walmart location in Spring Hill, Florida, as they had many times. Walmart Asset Protection Specialist David Pettigrew mistook Mr. Wynn for another individual named Cody Vondelinde. Because Mr. Vondelinde had been trespassed from that Walmart location in 2018 and was not permitted to return, Mr. Pettigrew called 911 to report that Mr. Vondelinde was in the store. However, Mr. Pettigrew admitted on the call that he did not get a good look at the individual he believed to be Mr. Vondelinde because he did not want to make eye contact with him. Deputy Michael McNeely of the Hernando County Sheriff's Office responded to the call, and Mr. Pettigrew pointed him toward Mr. Wynn, asserting that he was Mr. Vondelinde. According to Deputy McNeely, he called out, "Cody," as he approached Mr. Wynn, and Mr. Wynn turned around. Deputy McNeely immediately placed Mr. Wynn in handcuffs, and Ms. Caldwell began to record the encounter on her cell phone.
Thank God she did record this. I'm so glad when she was on when I had these two on my show, him and his girlfriend, I was so glad she recorded this, and I told her, yeah, I'm so glad you recorded this. Okay, back to the video. It's always good to record, especially when you're fucking going to jail.
A year? Yeah, you can't come back. That was like 10, 15 years ago.
What are you talking about?
That's where you gotta shut the fuck up.
We are grocery shopping. What are you talking about?
You're trespassing the store. You're not allowed to be here, all right?
Where are you taking him?
Wants to trespass as well, so let's go.
For what? For grocery shopping?
Hey, that guy right there. For being trespassed.
For grocery shopping?
Hey, look, record him right there. Look, record him too. That fat guy.
What is going on?
He's a cop too.
Where are you taking him?
Why are you pulling me? You don't have to pull me. You know I'm disabled, right? I have back issues. You don't have to pull me, sir.
You should be ashamed of yourself. I cannot believe you're doing this. Where are you taking him? Where are the keys?
I'm on party.
I cannot believe you're doing this. You should be ashamed of yourself. I need the keys.
Step away. Hold on, calm down. Just calm down. Just calm down.
This is disgusting. Sorry, I feel that way. No, that's a fact. You should be ashamed of yourself. What did he do? He has not done anything.
Okay, I mentioned this when we did that. If I don't know if she says it in this video or not, but she did not know how to drive that boat and that trailer, but the cop didn't care. Luckily, he told her to call his friend, and his friend came. I think she drove to the gas station, and his friend came and got it. But still, that's ridiculous.
That's not true. This is like 10 years ago. I guess when you trespass, you can't come back. No, they told me in court it was only a year. All right, we'll get all that sorted out. All right, if that's true, I'll let you go. Okay?
Mr. Wynn tells Deputy McNeely that although he was trespassed from the store about 10 years ago, the court informed him that the warning only lasted for 1 year, and Deputy McNeely replies that he will investigate this claim. It seems that Mr. Wynn is referring to a 2013 shoplifting arrest that resulted in him being trespassed from the Walmart in question. Although the court records from the criminal case do not include details about the length of the enforceability of Mr. Wynn's trespass warning, it is more than feasible that a trespass warning could expire, and an individual could be re-invited to shop at the store. Under Section 810.08 of the Florida statutes, quote, whoever, without being authorized, licensed, or invited, willfully enters or remains in any structure, or having been authorized, licensed, or invited, is warned by the owner or lessee of the premises or by a person authorized by the owner or lessee to depart and refuses to do so, commits the offense of trespass. In general, when privately owned property such as a Walmart store is held open to the public, the owner of the property is considered to have issued an implied invitation to members of the public to enter without express permission. However, by issuing a trespass warning, the owner or their agent can revoke a certain individual's invitation to enter the premises, so that if they return to the property, they do so without being authorized, licensed, or invited to enter and violate the trespassing statute. In this situation, Walmart may have issued a trespass warning to Mr. Wynn in 2013 that was only valid for a year. Once the trespass warning expired, Mr. Wynn's implied invitation to shop at the store would be considered to be reinstated, and he would be able to enter the Walmart without trespassing. However, even if the trespass warning did not
they also allowed him, he spent a lot of money in there since that happened. He even had a credit card at that Walmart, which it's good at all Walmarts, but Walmart offers a Walmart credit card in case you didn't know that. I surely don't want one, but once you take my money again, that kind of nulls the trespass anyway, but it was over with anyway. Okay, back to the video.
not have an expiration date, Mr. Wynn would have an argument that he did not violate the trespass statute because he had regularly been shopping at the Walmart location in question without any issues. Based on this fact, Mr. Wynn may be able to assert that his invitation to shop had been reinstated by the store's acquiescence to his repeated presence, though legal precedent supporting this argument is limited.
Are you good to take these items for me? Hold on to them. Thank you. These are all his items, correct? Yeah. Okay, very good. All right. Can you follow Mark?
You guys should be ashamed of yourself. You should be ashamed of yourself. You're literally trying to grocery shop and Christmas shop. It's disgusting. Shameful.
Recordings just got better. Hey, it's Dana from StreamYard. I'm so excited to announce that local recordings.
Yep. Ma'am, what's your name? Step in here real quick. Please don't film it. This is
None of your business.
They don't want you to film it here. So I would stop.
Well, then I'm not stepping outside.
What's your
Deputy McNeely states that the Walmart employee, who is presumably Mr. Pettigrew, does not want Ms. Caldwell to film inside the office, so she refuses to step inside. As we have discussed many times on ATA,
I was proud of her for that too. I told her that. Hey, Rappy boy.
The First Amendment protects the right to film in public, including the 11th Circuit, which has jurisdiction over Florida. In the 2000 case of Smith versus City of Cumming, the 11th Circuit Court of Appeals held that individuals have, quote, a First Amendment right subject to reasonable time.
I love Cumming. Smith v. Cumming. Cumming, Georgia, baby. Shout Lady Justice. And yeah, you open your business up. People are allowed to record in there unless you ask them not to. Now, once you ask them not to, then they have to stop.
Time, manner, and place restrictions to photograph or videotape police conduct, and that, quote, the First Amendment protects the right to gather information about what public officials do on public property, and specifically, a right to record matters of public interest. However, it is important to note that the First Amendment by its terms only prohibits government actors from abridging the freedom of speech and does not apply to the actions of private persons. As the Supreme Court explained in the 2019 case of Manhattan Community Access Corp versus Halleck, quote, Quote, the free speech clause of the First Amendment constrains governmental actors and protects private actors. To draw the line between governmental and private, this court applies what is known as the state action doctrine. The court also noted that under the state action doctrine, quote, a private entity can qualify as a state actor in a few limited circumstances, including, for example, when the private entity performs a traditional exclusive public function, when the government compels the private entity to take a particular action, or when the government acts jointly.
Like, okay, that's like when they rent a building from us. Hey, Tommy, good to see you, darling. Okay, so if they rent a building from us, we already know that, but I'm just pointing that out to you guys.
Jointly with the private entity. Now, while Walmart is open to the public, it is highly unlikely that a court would conclude the store performs a, quote, traditional exclusive public function. Because, as outlined in the Halleck case, a private entity only qualifies as a state actor under this exception when it exercises, quote, powers traditionally exclusively reserved to the state, and, quote, it is not enough that the function serves the public good or the public interest in some way. For this reason, Walmart almost certainly has the right to ban filming on its property, and, in fact, according to the Walmart website, the company has instituted a policy prohibiting, quote unquote, unauthorized filming inside stores. And Ms. Caldwell's situation is more complex than Walmart simply restricting filming in its stores, as Deputy McNeely was the one who informed Ms. Caldwell that she was not permitted to film. And although there may be an argument that this was state action that infringed on her right to record, given the fact that Deputy McNeely simply appeared to be expressing the wishes of a private party to limit filming in a room that was not open to the public on private property, a court would probably conclude that Ms. Caldwell's First Amendment rights were not violated.
The manager here is requesting that you be trespassed from here. If you come back, you're subject to arrest. Do you understand that?
Walmart?
From this Walmart. He's asking
But
that
I
you be
don't
trespassed.
understand why.
He doesn't have to have a reason. If you have a house and you don't want someone at your house for whatever reason in Florida, you can have them trespass. It's the same thing.
Houses and
He's asking that you
businesses
be
are
trespassed.
different.
I'm giving
I've
you a
done
warning.
nothing. I understand,
It
but
doesn't-
I would like a
You
reason.
don't have to have a reason in Florida.
Really, I think
Dead
that's
straight.
crazy.
It is. This is
I
your warning.
understand.
Okay.
I'm just discussing it.
So the reason why he's going to jail tonight is because he's been warned in the past. There's no time limit on it.
You're
I'm
taking him
going
to
to.
jail?
Yes, it's called trespass after warning. He gave him a warning in the past,
When?
and he's back. I'm gonna go double check.
I bet you can, Dr. Shine. I bet you there's plenty of contracts between the government and Walmart. I do not trust Walmart. I do not like Walmart. I do not like the way they closed down a bunch of Walmarts and claimed that it was for plumbing issues. And then sure enough, they turned them into what we thought they were going to turn them into, and that was places to hold individuals. Okay? So, I don't trust them as far as I can throw them. I don't shop there. Once in a while, I might have to. They got these orange Twizzlers I like. Once in a while, I might go in there and get a few of those. I get in and out of that place. I don't want no part of it. But I don't know if you guys remember when we covered this, so let's see if it gets to the part about the lawsuit, because I know Tony's case was dropped. So let's see if he's going to get into a lawsuit here.
Check that. So I don't have an exact date. Right now, he's being detained. He's not under arrest because I have a crime at hand. I'm going to see if I have probable cause for the crime.
Hey,
It's a
Chuck.
mystery. It's not a big crime.
But you're
It
talking
is
about
a crime.
taking him to jail?
I'm going to verify that before I do. He's being detained right now, okay? So I need you to leave. You're being trespassed, okay?
Deputy McNeely informs Ms. Caldwell that she is being trespassed from the Walmart location and that the store does not need to have a reason to do so. In general, this statement is mostly true, although
Walmart
there are
hates its
legal
customers.
limitations on a business owner's ability to discriminate based on protected classes, such as race, religion, or national origin. As the Supreme Court of Florida explained in the 1976 case of Korn versus State, where property such as a shopping mall is, quote, privately owned but utilized for monetary gain and hence open to the public, it is considered, quote unquote, quasi-public in the nature of its use because, quote, an invitation is extended to the public to shop to the financial advantage of the owner. For this reason, the court noted that, quote, reasonable non-discriminatory restrictions pertaining to the use of the mall may be placed on the users, such as the requirement that shoes be worn. As any invitation, it can be limited and upon abuse be withdrawn or revoked. In other words, as the 5th District Court of Appeal of Florida summarized in the 1993 case of State versus Woods. Although, quote, shopping malls are quasi-public places which must be open to the public on a non-discriminatory basis, the owner of such a mall does not lose all control over its private ownership interest. Given Walmart's similarity to a shopping mall, it seems likely that a court would recognize that Walmart has the right to terminate an individual's invitation to shop there based on reasonable, non-discriminatory grounds, while also limiting the store's ability to ban shoppers for no reason whatsoever.
I'm not leaving him. I'm not leaving him. And I always support you guys, but this is disgusting. This is horrible.
I don't think she supports him no more.
I've been in and out of therapy with BetterHelp for a few years now, and it's made prioritizing my mental and emotional health so much easier. Your 20s are such a good
So the trespass has been confirmed. He has been trespassed here actually this year. So he will not be staying here. He's going to be going to jail tonight. He will have a bond. You'll be able to bond him out. Okay? Does that understand? Do you understand that?
After confirming that a trespass warning had been issued for Mr. Von der Linde, Deputy McNeely informs Ms. Caldwell that Mr. Nguyen, whom he still believes to be Mr. Von der Linde, is being arrested for trespass and taken to jail. In the 1971 case of Hill versus California, the Supreme Court upheld the constitutionality of an arrest of an individual when the officers mistook him for another individual, concluding that, quote, when the police have probable cause to arrest one party, and when they reasonably mistake a second party for the first party, then the arrest of the second party is a valid arrest. The court noted that although the officer's so-called subjective good faith belief that they had arrested the right suspect would not in itself justify the arrest, quote, when judged in accordance with the factual and practical considerations of everyday life on which reasonable and prudent men act, the arrest and subsequent search were reasonable and valid under the Fourth Amendment. While it seems that Deputy McNeely did have a good faith belief that Mr. Nguyen was actually Mr. Von der Linde, whether or not a court would conclude that this belief was reasonable is less clear. In reaching the mistaken determination that Mr. Nguyen was Mr. Von der Linde, Deputy McNeely relied on Mr. Pettigrew's identification, along with the fact that Mr. Nguyen apparently turned around when he called out the name Cody. And courts have consistently held that officers may rely on information from witnesses with personal knowledge of an event when making an arrest. However, Deputy McNeely failed to take any other steps to confirm Mr. Nguyen's identity, and it is possible that a court would conclude that his lack of reliable information about Mr. Nguyen's identity could render the mistake unreasonable, thereby making the arrest unconstitutional. That being said, courts have long recognized that officers are not required to explore every avenue of investigation or even sift through conflicting evidence before making an arrest. And it is also possible that a court would determine that Deputy McNeely's mistake was reasonable.
This is horrible. We just came from the Springs. We were in this Jeep with a boat and a trailer.
I got you. But regardless, I need you to get in the car and drive away because if you come back here, you're going to also...
I know you do, Rick. I know you can't help
This
it.
is disgusting.
I'm sorry you feel that way.
Can I speak to him?
It's up to him. Make it quick.
Can we call Mike?
Can I at least get my phone and take my medication first, sir? Because
You can't take any medications before going to the detention center. Whatever you need, they can get you there.
Can I have my phone? And call Mike.
Yeah,
That's fine.
you can take your phone if you want. You can't use it.
No,
you can take it.
Yeah, I just need it for phone numbers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want her to drive it away? Because she's also trespassed from here. She can't hang out here.
I'm going. I can drive it.
You sure?
I'm just going to go to Mike's house. Yeah. I'm going to call them.
Please drive into the next parking lot or something, and then pull over, and then have Mike come get it. That's fine. Is that all right?
That's fine.
Yeah,
that's fine.
as long as she leaves Walmart's property.
Like I
After the
said,
arrest,
he
Deputy
doesn't
McNeely
care.
drove Mr. Nguyen to the Hernando County Jail, where he collected Mr. Nguyen's identification.
He didn't care if she could drive the car or not. And the audit doesn't mention here that she handed him, she said, do you need your ID? And she handed it right to the cop or right to him right in front of the cop. So it's his dumbass for not looking at it. Oops, I forgot to restart.
identification for intake and discovered that he was not Mr. Von der Linde. After confirming Mr. Wynn's identity, Deputy McNeely apologized to Mr. Wynn and began to drive him home. However, while still en route, Deputy McNeely received a phone call from his supervising sergeant, who requested a picture of Mr. Wynn and his identification. Deputy McNeely then detained Mr. Wynn on the side of the road while his supervisor conducted an investigation. And when Mr. Wynn's previous trespass warning was discovered, Deputy McNeely drove Mr. Wynn back to the jail to book him for trespassing. On November 29, 2022, Mr. Wynn was officially charged with trespassing. But on January 25, 2023, the Assistant State Attorney filed an announcement of no information that stated that the case did not warrant prosecution, and the case was dismissed that same day. In January of 2023, the Hernando County Sheriff's Office issued a statement attempting to justify the officer's actions, arguing that, quote, the trespass warning issued at Walmart was still in effect after having never been rescinded by officials there. Therefore, probable cause existed for the arrest of Tony Wynn for the trespass in question. He was processed and charged accordingly. On March 2nd, 2023, Mr. Wynn filed a federal lawsuit against Walmart, Mr. Pettigrew, and Deputy McNeely, alleging $10 million in damages for claims including racial profiling, false imprisonment, and false arrest. As of the date of writing this episode, this case is still pending. Overall, Deputy McNeely gets a B- because although he arrested the wrong person, it seemed to be a genuine mistake, and he immediately apologized to Mr. Wynn when he discovered his error. Deputy McNeely also maintained a professional demeanor
and
throughout
then
the encounter
re-arrested
and
him.
demonstrated a reasonable understanding of Florida's trespassing laws.
Fuck, no,
that
he didn't.
being said, his failure to take any actions to confirm Mr. Wynn's identity before arresting him was a substantial oversight, particularly in consideration of how simple it would be to ask Mr. Wynn for his name or identification. This interaction demonstrates how even well-meaning officers can make mistakes that violate the Constitution. And although I cannot say for certain whether a court would conclude that Deputy McNeely's actions infringed on Mr. Wynn's rights, his error certainly had a profound negative impact on Mr. Wynn. Mr. Wynn and Ms. Caldwell get an A+ for calmly and respectfully voicing their confusion and dissent while still complying with lawful orders, recording the encounter on Ms. Caldwell's cell phone, and taking appropriate legal action to challenge the constitutionality of Mr. Wynn's arrest. Although the legal issues involved in this case are far from black and white, I commend Mr. Wynn and Ms. Caldwell for taking a stand against the injuries that Mr. Wynn experienced. Regardless of the outcome of the legal case, their actions have raised awareness among the community regarding these important subjects, and have hopefully served to remind police officers who hear about this situation of the importance of conducting thorough investigations. Let us know if there is an interaction or legal topic you would like.
All right. Okay, thanks to the audit for their opinion on this. If you haven't seen the live stream we did on this, me and I don't remember who all, Firm Audits, and some other people, we did a live stream, and we had Tony and his girlfriend on here, and they told their story, and the case was dropped, and I know Rogue Nation helped them get some records and stuff that they needed. Okay, so we're going to step back in the house. I'm going to put the link up here. You could come up if I know you. If I get any more updates on that case, I'd like to have Tony and them on here again. They might be wanting to wait till after the case is, after, they've done the, how you say it? The civil case. They might want to wait on that. So I don't know. I have reached out to him to wait on the answer. And if he wants to wait on that, that's fine. I don't blame him. He has to do what's best for his case. And I would like to see them win this case because Walmart hates their damn customers. And it's very obvious. And he says that that guy understands trespass. Oops. Hold on. I lost this. Shit. There we are. Okay, I thought I lost us. He doesn't understand that in Florida, the lady did not have to give her ID to be for a trespass warning. But I'm so glad she didn't cut her camera off. She made the right decision by not walking in the room. Hey, Pink Taco. Hey, Tap. Hey, Keto. Anybody I missed? No, Rick, I'm married. You know I'm married. I know you have a thing for me, Rick, and I understand that. But, sorry, dude, I'm married. Yes, hello, Keto. Let's all love one another. Tommy Wood. Anyway, so yeah, I thought it'd be good to bring a little update. Keep an eye on Tony's case, since, a lot of us were concerned about it. Anyway, hey, Fred, how you doing? It's good to see all you guys. Anybody want to come up and talk for a minute? I'm not going to be up here long. I just want to come up and update y'all on that. I didn't know he'd filed a suit, but I'm glad he filed a suit. Especially against Walmart, man. I'm so sick of Walmart. Like somebody else was saying, they don't go to Walmart. I don't either. Very rarely will you find me in that place. I'm scared to buy anything from there. They don't want to take it back if it doesn't work. My mom bought a shaver for the old man that stays at her house, and she took it back. Wow, Pink Taco. Damn it, man. Hey, Tim Dollar, how are you? Anyway, so, yeah, so, I don't know. So, I guess that's about all I got for you guys right now. If nobody wants to come and talk with me. I went and got my tag today. I looked at one car. It's the Ultima. I like it, but I'm not saying that's the one we're going to get. I'm going to, we're going to look at some more. But it was nice. I'm not going to lie. It was very nice. It was a 2022. But I don't know if we're going to get that one or not. We got to get something. Alrighty, guys. Well, I'm going to go. I appreciate y'all hanging in here with me for a little bit. And if I find out, this will probably take a while, this case. Unfortunately, these things do take time. But if I find out any more updates, or if Tony wants to come on my channel again, he's welcome to. And guys, make sure you vote on the poll that I have on my community page. Vote whether or not you guys want me to do a birthday stream this year. I'm not sure if I'm going to do one or not, but your opinion is appreciated. So vote on that poll. Let me know what you think about it. All right. I appreciate you guys. Bye, everybody. Y'all have a wonderful night, and I'll catch you real soon. All right. American Amy, I'm out. Bye-bye.